Welcome to the MultiQ Digital Signage Quick Start for media monitors in standalone mode. In standalone mode, each media monitor contains a complete management system and can be controlled from a computer connected to the same local network. By using suitable firewall settings, a media monitor can be controlled from anywhere on the internet. Content used can be a website stored on an external web server or in the media monitor itself. To install the media monitor, you first need to remove the back lid. Then you need a USB keyboard. Connect the network cable and the USB keyboard. If you don't have a touch panel, you will also need a mouse. Finally, connect the power supply. At first startup, you need to calibrate the touch panel. Touch the screen as you see the pattern and then follow the on-screen instructions. On the back of the monitor you will find the controls and the LED indicators. If no content is assigned to the media monitor, you will get an idle sign on the screen. If you do not get directly into the setup menu at startup, press Ctrl-Alt-C on the keyboard. The media player will then reboot and go to the menu. With the first screen you can turn the menu, then click Next. In the second menu, select the keyboard language layout and then click Next. If the media monitor has been previously used in a centrally managed system, you need a username and a password to enter the setup menu. Default user is installer and default password is pass. In the basic setup menu, press the Standalone button. Normally, the media player monitor will get its IP address from a DHCP server. In some cases, you need a fixed IP address from a network administrator. Press the Test Connection button to verify that the network connection works and to get to know the IP address of a media player. Then press Close. Press the Next button in the basic setup menu. You will now be asked to enter a password to be used with the media monitor. Next time you log into the configurator, you use the username admin and the chosen password. Then click the Next button. You will now see the management system. The user interface has a simple workflow, and we will go into the Import tab first. In the Media menu, click the Add URL button. In the top section of the menu, add a description and then you add a URL to a desired website. In this case, we choose Google. And the URL should be typed including the http://. Finally, scroll to the bottom of the page and press Save. In the next menu, the Modify menu, you can select a zoom factor to increase the size of the web page if desired. Here we enter 130% and then click Save. The URL is now visible as a media spot in the media archive. Next, press the Unit tab. In the Areas menu, click the Add button in the Media on Unit section. You will now be able to browse to the URL in the media archive. Tick the box to the left of URL and then click the Save button. The URL is now connected to the media player and it will be reloaded every 15 seconds, which you can change. Next, click the settings icon. Scroll down the page and then tick the box for the virtual keyboard. Then click Save. To leave the management system and set the unit in operational mode, click the Done button to the upper right. The media monitor will now reboot, and within a few minutes you will have a Google front page playing on the screen. The virtual keyboard will appear as soon as the text box is touched, or as in the case of a Google, where there is an autofocus in the text box. You can now maneuver the Google web page from a virtual keyboard.